This week on Rebel Rebel, Jason Crawford and Brian Moore from the urban culture record label Infinite Elements join me in the studio. We talk about all things hip-hop, R&B, trap, our favorite artists, Netflix, Cubase, our favorite local venues, and we even drop a couple tracks from THA FAX's first album, Twisted Mirrors. I'm your host, Michael Dean Dargy, Season 1, Episode 16, Inspiring Infinite Elements on Rebel Rebel. Let's kick it off this way. So welcome to Rebel Rebel Podcast. Welcome. Thanks so much for coming down to Kensington Studio. I'm Michael Dargy, and I'm sitting here with Infinite Elements. I got Jay Ross to my right. Across the couch, you got Brian Moore. How the hell are you guys?
We're awesome.
Things are good. Yeah.
Spiffy.
Yeah, just spiffy. Awesome. So you guys just had an anniversary for the business this recently.
Yeah, we had the 1 year anniversary on June 23rd.
June 23rd.
At the Rec Room.
Yeah.
Great facility. I think they're owned by Cineplex.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah, it's a Cineplex.
Cool.
Subsidiary company. But yeah, we had our first year anniversary there. It was awesome.
Yeah, so you guys had some great acts. And
we had a few of the artists that we've been working with in studio performing some original pieces, as well as there was a couple of extra pieces that they had been working on just in the background with some mixtape sort of things. So,
cool.
Yeah. Then we had a couple of out of town guests, such as like Odin from Red Deer, and also a guy that we were just kind of working some stuff with, Rye. From Calgary, so that's his rap name, Rye. So. Oh, sweet.
So I'm going to back up one step because I realized I said you guys are from Infinite Elements. What the hell is Infinite Elements? Well, it is a record label here in town, specializing in what would you call the style? Is it just hip hop or is it?
It's more of an urban culture, right? Yeah. So going from kind of one side of the spectrum to the other, where it's going from a regular hip hop sort of genre up to R&B. Even getting into a little bit of trap action with some of the younger guys that are coming through now.
Cool. Yeah, we definitely don't want to just put ourselves in any kind of bracket or category. Yeah. It's whatever but it is definitely urban artists, but it's whatever the artists are feeling. So
sweet.
It's a variety of genres for sure.
Awesome. So take me back just before a year. What made you want to start this? Did you guys start collaborating together? How did this whole thing transpire? Now I know some of the story. Yeah. But the people listening have got no clue.
About a year and a half. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. About a year and a half ago, me and B were talking on Facebook, and I had just it's weird. I just mentioned how much it'd be kind of dope to kind of I always wanted to have an independent kind of record label, and then B was like, "Oh, it's funny. I always wanted to engineer." I already had some gear, and I guess it really just started with a lot of Facebook messages at first, which I think was more me and B just venting our hopes and ideas. But guess what? They ended up amalgamating into something bigger than that, which was the formation of Infinite Elements.
Yeah. I've been on the back end of a deep house label that was based in Calgary as well, called Vivid North.
Oh, right.
So Chad Hardcastle, which is another one of the partners within Infinite Elements, we've been working with that in the background, and it kind of became second nature, where we wanted to build somewhat of a culture in Calgary. So we have all these resources. Why not put these resources to a hip-hop label and start distributing for Calgary artists?
Yeah, right on. So you were doing engineering with this deep house label. Jay, for people that don't know, what's your background?
Musically?
Yeah.
I come from a very musical family. My brother was in a boy band in his early teens. I was in a boy group in my early teens. My mom was because she just recently retired. That changes daily. As a jazz R&B singer in the city, my grandparents sang in the church. My grandfather was more a country singer. Yeah. So music for me was always there. Yeah. And I was always kind of involved since I was probably about 15.
Oh, wow. So that's cool. And you guys just released THA FAX just released a
Twisted Mirrors.
CD, which you can get. Where can you get that?
You can get that on Beatport.
Google Play Store, iTunes.
All platforms, really.
All platforms. It is now streaming on Spotify as well.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I really enjoyed that that CD. Like pretty much top to bottom. I just loved everything that happened. And it's great to see you guys working on it too, because I got to see a little bit behind the scenes.
Yeah, the early scenes.
Yeah, and that was cool.
And the artwork was phenomenal as well.
Yeah, shout out to the art guy.
The art department.
He's the best.
Yeah, that's right. Cool. So, I mean, you wanted to do this label thing, and now you're a year in. You've done it for a year. You're developing some artists. You've released something into the world. What's next for you guys?
Next is the build. So we've got about 3 artists that are pretty much ready to go on the release side now. We're just doing kind of the final stages, getting a few more things on the go. Yeah. And it's picking up more artists. We've had some great responses with a lot of the touring and the shows that the Fax has done in the last little while here. Yeah. But it's coming to the point where the artists that we have now started to develop are growing and ready for release. So
nice. Ready to kick them out of the crib.
See if they can fly.
And see if they can walk. Yeah. Not even fly yet, but see if they walk. But no, we have. I'm real excited about. Like B said, we have a lot of other artists that are showing interest. I guess I could even name there's a lot of other artists that are showing interest right now.
Yeah,
like, Rebecca Dunn, Sasha, Shandy, Nikki Lewis. Yeah, which is great. Just the family is expanding fast.
Oh, I love to hear that. And so, are you thinking about signing Rebecca Dawn, or is that a thing? Like, maybe you can't say it, but she's
well, I'll just say this: she considers me a big part of her mentoring right now. Yeah. She and I can speak to this because we had conversations, but she's trying to get out of the box she's been put in. Yeah. Because she. As you know, I'm sure you know Rebecca Dawn, super positive. Oh yeah, super nice, and she's like, I'm not always like that. So me and her had a couple meetings at my place where we were just doing writing and personal development meetings, and she's like, you know what, I want to show some darker side, like real stuff. Oh, cool. Real emotion that I went through, and she has a problem with that. Yeah. So and she felt that I could get that out of her. So me and her met up, and she started to do some writing, and she's already. Well, sure, you read the email. She's doing some darker stuff, and it's not dark, angry. It's just emotional coping and venting, right? Love it. So, and I love that too because she's like, I'm not always happy. I said, I know that. So then be real. Yeah. And that's we had a really great conversation. She's going to be in a studio. Did you? I know she emailed us just shortly.
She's going to be in shortly.
Yeah. Shortly and working on some stuff. So
awesome.
Yeah, wow. That's great.
That is really freaking cool. Touring stuff. So the Fax just got back from
Winnipeg for the Northern Touch Music Conference. Awesome, really good. It's only in its second year, so there was a little bit of organizational stuff. As always, it's like I said, second year. But a lot of love down there. I've made a lot of contacts that I will have to follow up on. Europe's a big one. There's a big promoter that does Amsterdam. Oh, nice. And I guess the hip-hop scene over in Amsterdam is ridiculous. Really? Just so people know. And they love the older school. Nice. Hip-hop, not the new age stuff. Yeah. Which makes sense because our friends DFE, Dragonfly Empire, do really well in Europe. They're definitely throwback old school. So it makes sense. So this guy... heard some of the stuff and said, he loves it because it's a lot of old school element with songs with song structure, melodies, actual changes, chord changes, singing. I know, in hip hop, right? And singing, and he said it was engineered very well. And he wants us to come over there for sure next year. So we'll have to set that up and we'll have to go through some factor stuff. But I know someone knows a lot about that. Yeah, right on.
Hey, so just a thought here, just to give some flavor to this thing. I figured we'd do like a little musical break. What would be a song that I could put on, right now that people could listen to?
Title track, Twisted Mirrors. We're going to send this one to Amsterdam. It's a track that is about multiple perspectives from 3 different artists that are featured on this track. Myself, Jay Ross, Prophesied, and Z the Free. And it just talks and combats all of the issues going on in the world today, everything from sexual orientation, disabilities, political dysfunction. It's a great track, and that's Twisted Mirrors. Amsterdam, hit it.
The road to truth is dark. Evangelical Christians on the home scene, telling you about love but they abusing. Said you take me to church but you tied me on the tracks. Now the cup runneth over and I ain't be looking back. I wanna touch you places that you can't reach. Got them locked in pews, I set to teachings. I be buttering the toast while you breaking off the bread. Yeah, the words locked in scripture, the meaning's unread. So go forget these questions, why it's all lies. You be lining up the truth but it's held to their demise. It's no use. Real purpose is love, it ain't degenerate. These homophobic slurs you be uttering, straight smite yourself. You got the curse of wealth, pretending there's one way, but you creep in stealth. Stringing up your brothers and you're hating on your sisters. Thinking separation, no reflection in the mirrors. Take your reflection in one time.
Twisted mirror, show you all that could be true, but you can only be used to love you. Cause twisted mirrors only show what could be true, and you can only be used to love you.
So what's the difference of them dark or light? Didn't MJ sing, it don't matter if you're black or white, but skinheads always starting fights. And Trump says, make it great again, we know he only means the white. See, I can only be me, yeah, just me. So tell me who it is you think I'm supposed to be. Yeah, in the skin that we be born and we should all be free. Free at last, free at last. Hold up, oh really you ask? What? Yeah, Obama was the president, we still ain't much better than past. The white nationalists got something to say. Just smile looking pretty, but they'll always be KKK. Got on a brother shop at cops for so long. Remember these words? Can't we all just get along? Martin and Malcolm sing a different song, but still agreed, hate of color is wrong.
Twisted mirror, show you all that could be true, but you can only be used to love you. Cause twisted mirrors only show what could be true, and you can only be used to love you.
At times thinking it would be better off, yo, if I could see shit. But apparently, I can't see clear unless you're right in my face, and then I erase everything that I think that you came for. Just me, I will be, never need more. Oh yeah, you really wanna take score? I win and I wanna know what's in store. You say disability, but no more. You diss my ability, be that norm. I'm here and for that kind of feel torn. So caught up between a rock and a hard place. Last sequence, epic Scarface. But I love me, I ain't gonna snap. So unique, so there, that be that. Yeah, like B would say, yeah, you know B. So unique, so there, that be that.
That was Twisted Mirrors, title track from the Fax first release out on Infinite Elements. That was probably one of the most painful tracks for me to go in there and mix around. The amount of times that I heard Windows shut down on me made me want to cry at times. But
Oh yeah. I remember now. Every time you opened it up, it would crash.
Every time I opened up the mixer board on that one there, it had a meltdown. All I heard was Windows errors and
see, that's the that's the propaganda. That's the Illuminati anti. That's what it is. There was some encoding in there, obviously, from the USA.
But definitely took it to a couple of new levels with the first track that actually Jay pointed out his disability.
Yeah.
You know, something that we never really disclosed to a lot of people. Over the past, Jay's never disclosed it over the past few years, and the last year we've been behind closed doors about it, but now we're bringing that sort of
in the media,
that sort of thing to light now.
Well, and so let's shed a little bit more light on that for people that don't know. What is your disability? You're tall.
No pun intended. Was born with a genetic disposition, a disease called RP, which is Retinitis Pigmentosa, which has rendered me legally blind since the age of 21.
Wow.
So yeah, I've been dealing with that. It's macular degenerate, so of course it's slowly, dissipates.
Like it's getting worse and worse.
Yeah, there's a couple things out there for betterment for the disease right now, but they're in clinical trial stage, and there's actually a operation in the States where this is how intense the medical is they can actually splice the double helix.
What?
I know. And attach a healthy DNA to combat my bad DNA, which is the DNA which is responsible for the eyes, which is from my mother. Wow. And it adheres to it and then changes my DNA code.
This sounds like a recipe for superpowers.
Yeah, that or death. And it's $425,000 per eye.
Wow.
So if anybody has $850,000 they want to donate to Infinite Elements, only 1.3 million Canadian, then
make checks out to
call
Jason
Brian.
Ross Crawford.
Yeah, call Brian Moore. He'll set up the accounts. But yeah, it's actually at that point. So there is some things out there. I just got a email for a trial just yesterday because Lori, that's my girlfriend's always looking into all that stuff. Yeah. So there might be something come up in Michigan where I can get this done for free.
Oh wow, that's exciting.
Yes, first thing I'm going to do, just so everybody knows, you won't find me for about 3 weeks because I'm taking a car and I'm driving. So, no offense, guys.
Yeah, that's totally fair. How have you found it being especially a recording artist on stage with some like crazy lights, obviously, because you wouldn't know looking at you that you're blind.
I think he's messing with us sometimes. Like, honestly, I have turned it into his eyes in the studio with everything that he's taught me over the past year and a half here. But there's times that we're going through and I got to look over and like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, how do you, yeah, it blows me away. Like, and stage presence wise, watching Jay move around the stage, he'll know that stage better than any of us will. Yeah. Because he has to. But, like, seeing what he can do, it's not even, it doesn't inhibit any, or like, it doesn't push anything away that he has to do. It's amazing watching what this man can do. You know?
Do you find that, and this may sound cliche, but is it one of those things where you have heightened other senses?
Oh yeah. Ears, definitely. Touch. Yeah. Environmental awareness, way heightened, because a lot of my sighted friends, I call them visually privileged friends, don't use their eyes.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? Because they can come into an environment and then they'll look if they have to. Right. Me, I will have to learn the whole environment first. Wow. And my memory's very good, for sure.
Oh, that's
very good
that's
memory.
A blessing.
Yeah, it is. It is, and I end up being everybody's storage space.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
for sure.
That's tough.
I only seen your address like once, and I had that memorized. And Lori's like, "Oh, don't you have to look it up?" No, I know what the address is. Yeah. Boom. She's like, "Well, when did you look at it?" Oh, a couple days ago. Well, Mike sent it to me, but I only have to look at it once. Numeric, but so there's benefits, and I haven't fell off the stage. Yeah.
Knock on coffee table. Oh shit.
I don't know why everyone wants, but a lot of sighted artists have fell off the stage. So
yeah, I watched some video on YouTube of this EDM guy jumping on stage to his thing and fell right through the stage floor.
Oh, true. That's a little different.
Like right through it, just gone.
Okay.
And his team came out like looking for him. It's like looking down this whole stage. Yeah, that was weird. One of those crazy things. So hopefully that doesn't ever happen.
No, yeah, thanks. Yeah, no, let's hope that doesn't. But I've never fell off stage, so yeah, it's a big deal for me.
So I'm gonna pick on you for a sec, Brian. So Windows, really?
Oh God. Well, I can do everything that I need to do for half the price,
I know.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I still like Mac, but it's
What software are you working in?
We use Cubase.
And see, that was the original platform for Cubase. Op unit was Windows.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. So
gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I know that
the original DAW.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, where's my brain? Come on, the big one.
Pro Tools.
Yep. Is Windows based as well, and I see lots of artists, lots of engineers use that as well. But I mean, it doesn't necessarily matter. They're all kind of the same. It's just what you're comfortable with, right?
And for a while there, I was functional within another DAW, but when Jay came in and now learning everything that I'm doing, especially with tracking the vocals and stuff like that, now I can actually go through and complete a job with no issues, using Cubase. It was a bit of a learning curve, but I find it so much easier than a lot of other things.
He was really quick, I'll tell you now, and I've worked with a lot of people that have worked with software and stuff. Brian picked it up super quick. Like picked up Cubase super fast. And a lot of people think Cubase is backward and different. You know, those are people that obviously started off on a like maybe Nuendo or another platform. But it's the original DAW. That's all I gotta say. So to me, I don't know. To me, Cubase seems simple, but like anything, it's all what you're used to.
Yeah, for sure.
And another one of our mentors, his mentor uses the same platform, and then my mentor uses the same platform.
Oh, that's great. Because then, I mean, if you need to move stuff around or you need somebody to come in and help you work on
session file.
Yeah. Boom. It's done. That's crazy. So there's some original music on there, like actual instruments, right? That you guys play, like piano?
Oh, like I'm playing them live off of a keyboard that of course is triggering the VST. Virtuals, yes, but I'm old school. So that is correct. I actually play everything in. I don't copy, paste, paint. I don't know what paint.
I think that's pretty.
The rhythms or whatever. Actually, I don't paint the chords. I actually play everything in.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, and you can tell, like, just listening to it, you can tell.
I hope you can by the feel, right? Like that's
there's an organic feel to it.
Like Please is the song where you'll get the most, I think, feel out of the album.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. Any more touring for either Infinite Elements artists or the FAX or solo, or what's the plan there?
Right now there is Global Fest. The FAX is going to be hitting the stage for 16th for about 15 minutes. They'll be on the stage there. Right now it's, after a little bit of a move for the studio, it's time to kind of pick up and
so I'm gonna
get everything back on track. So more coming up probably in September now.
Yeah, definitely. I've been talking to a couple vendors. So like Blind Bagger and stuff like that. So there's definitely going to be some stuff coming up. It's just a matter of kind of planting the feet back in and getting back into that mode, because we've also just had an influx on recording, like people come in and record, and interest to come to the studio. So we're trying to managing the artist, and the time management right now is B could tell you it's getting a little busy. Right?
Can be a little hectic at times, trying to get everybody's schedules to match up.
And
we all know how that is, right?
And everyone's at different levels. That's the thing too. You got people almost done. You got people haven't even started, and you have people that are right in the middle. So it's you got to wear a lot of different hats, and you got to like switch gears fast.
Yeah, that's challenging. I ended up having a call today. One of the sponsors of the show is a beer sponsor called Fitzsimmons Brewery out of Airdrie, and they've got an amazing space up there. And we were just talking about he wants to start doing shows every Saturday night at the brewery, right? So we talked about music shows, we talked about comedy, improv, stuff like that. So maybe there's a synergy there that we could have an Infinite Elements night.
Oh yeah, that'd be like a showcase.
Yeah. Get people up there and do some cool stuff.
And it's always nice to hit a different venue, and especially in a place like Airdrie, where a lot of people don't. If they live in Airdrie, they'll stay close to home. So maybe we can get another market and feed on, see what those guys have to say about what we have to offer here.
Yeah. Because as close as they're to Calgary, they're not as exposed. Yeah. That's the thing, and that's the thing, because they're that close to Calgary. They're like, well, we don't need to go to Calgary. We'll stay in Airdrie. But they don't get the same. They don't get as much exposure option as Calgary would for the influx of culture and things going on here. So I find that things like that do really well in places like Airdrie.
Yeah, we'll make sure we set that up. And I was thinking too, last time I saw Rebecca Dawn, she opened for what was the name of the show? Andrew Fung and Renee Amber did a late show at Loose Moose called Past Your Bedtime. And Rebecca Dawn ended up opening with like a few of her songs, which was kick-ass. And we don't have a late show currently at the Moose, but in the in the coming year, you never know if some of the other actors there are going to put up a show, like a comedy show or a sketch comedy show. I'll make sure I could get you guys in there to maybe do a couple opening songs just to get even more exposure, right?
Oh yeah, we're definitely down to do. I think we want to get involved in as much things as we can.
Yeah.
For sure. We don't have a lot of limit to what we want or where we want to be. For sure.
And we have such a wide spectrum of artists, right? With Jay and Prophesied for the Facts, but Z the Free that is coming through and just powerful lyrics.
Yeah.
Manic that has been coming through and very down tempo and
Conscious
logical
lyrics.
and conscious speaking, and all the way up to Taryn and Cully, which go off the wall, and it's party tracks, right? So we've got a good spectrum of everything represented.
Yeah.
To give a full show of diversity.
Yeah, right on.
For sure.
Cool. Okay, Jay, Marvel or DC? Go.
I'm Marvel, straight up,
Straight
all
up.
the way. Marvel.
Okay.
I think Superman is a pussy. I'm sorry.
All right,
I don't
Brian?
like the outfit.
Or rebuttal? Or do you feel the same?
I feel the same, but I do have to say I collect DC Converse, and they were better than the Marvel Vans. So I have to go. Yeah.
Well, if we're talking
Life's
shoes,
hard
that's
choices,
different,
right?
Because
You
I
know?
have DC Converse too, right?
Yeah. Well, you got it. Yeah.
But when you're talking shoes,
But no,
So you're not a purist, is what you're saying.
no.
You're diverse.
I work the room.
Benedict Arnold, that's what you are.
That's right.
I play the political side,
That's right. Yeah.
Turncoat.
Yeah. I watch Marvel movies, but I wear the shoes.
Yes.
But I got a Superman t-shirt.
Yeah, right on. Are you guys heavy into movies at all?
I'm huge. And I'm a big movie guy.
Are you like a nerd?
Oh yeah. My whole family is, man. We go to movies actually all together a lot.
Oh,
Me,
fun.
my mom, and my brother. Tons. Everything that's out, literally.
Yeah. Okay. So what's your favorite offering this year?
Oh my goodness, that's a hard question. This year,
Yeah.
Infinity Wars.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh man, I'm sorry. You got to see it,
Really? Okay. Cool.
hands down.
What about you, Brian?
I'm a bit of a movie fanatic,
Yeah.
but it's a lot of Netflix lately because I don't have time for any of that.
I'm not going out. So what's on your Netflix watch it again list?
I'm trying to get through Solved right now.
Yeah.
I go kind of all over the place. Resident Evil just popped up on there.
Oh.
Love Resident Evil. Silent Hill. I'm kind of the horror movie geek.
Yeah, you got some genre.
So, but I'll also,
Like that Dr. Dre thing. You always watch.
the one with him and
Still
Jimmy
haven't
Iovine.
watched it.
I could watch that thing over and over again. I got to Google what that is.
Something that just came up that I wanted to talk to you guys about. If you haven't seen it, is Hip Hop Evolution. There's a documentary.
Did it just come up?
Well, yeah, well, I just noticed it anyways.
Oh.
But it goes way back to the 60s and is working its way through the 70s, 80s.
Oh no way!
It is so cool.
I had to check that out.
Yeah, it's worth watching. I think I'm 3 episodes in and they just got to, oh my goodness, Grandmaster Flash. And
Oh, you're only in the 70s kicking.
yeah, so
He's touching.
yeah, and just the mad alchemy that was coming out of the 70s.
Is it a multiple series thing or is it one whole?
It's a
Like
series, like it's a
Oh,
television
yeah,
show
yeah.
with, I don't know how many episodes are in it, but
I'm gonna have to watch that.
yeah, it is really cool, and just some of the insight into how hip hop happened. Like
And that's Defiant One, or Defiant Ones was the one that I was actually looking for.
Yeah.
The Get Down. The first
Yeah,
half of the
I've
Get
seen
Down
that, yeah.
was it's
really-
phenomenal.
really good.
First half.
Yeah.
Second half
Wasn't that great?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the first half is actually a lot of those 4 elements is kind of what got me going, like, well, elements of hip hop, right?
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is kind of what I want to see.
Yeah, cool. Favorite bands right now, Jay?
Bands?
Yeah, or artists, acts.
It doesn't. I don't like any of the new age. So I'm like, that's a. Go to Brian first because I think you could answer this.
Wow,
faster.
I don't even think I can.
Well, it doesn't have to be like current. Just
Okay.
like, what's your go-to? What is it that you like listening to the most? Because I think I'd probably end up being a little bit surprised. Like,
See, because I could go anywhere from Gerald Levert to Dr. Dre to Eminem to Supertramp all the way off to Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
I'll do that full spectrum, right?
Yeah,
it just...
And I'm very diverse too, like that, because I'll go to James Brown, to the Red Hot Chili Peppers, to Fishbone. For sure, I love Fishbone. Everyone knows I love Fishbone. Then I can go to Frank Zappa.
Yeah.
And then I can go into like all the 80s stuff, like the Gap Band and
Vanilla Ice.
Nope.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, not Vanilla Ice.
Come on, the Ninja Turtle song was pretty cool.
Any of that golden era of hip hop stuff, 92 to 96. And then, so I got a very diverse musical background. I'll listen to a lot of music, different genres.
Cool. What's your favorite thing to do in Calgary? Brian, I'll go start with you. Because like,
this is a tough one.
Yeah, like it could be dinner, could be entertainment, could be walks in the park, could be, floating down the bow.
Lately, it's been a lot of trying to get to as many shows as possible, but spending some time in the burlesque community, seeing a bunch of those shows, and you know what? I love Inglewood. Yeah. Inglewood's probably on 9th Street is probably my favorite place to be. I can go to Spalumbo's and get a sandwich. Yeah. We can go to Inglewood and get the Inglewood Drive-In.
Yeah.
Get the ice cream.
Best burgers in town. It's as close. They're first. CB's is second.
Really?
I just had. The burger that I just had. It was like 100 million angels or something like that. It was like bacon burger and then bacon bits. It was fucking magic.
Sounds like a heart attack.
Oh yeah.
Bring a defibrillator if you could finish.
No, it was Inglewood, probably my favorite place to be.
Yeah, cool.
Inglewood. Yeah, I would say for me it's PRing other groups, and that's in other words going to other vendors and watching other bands and stuff. I love doing that for sure. That's one of my favorite things.
What's your favorite place right now, or top 3 if you can't pick one? But what venues do you like?
Top 3 venues. Won't be in any order. HiFi. Yeah. Definitely. Night Owl.
Yeah.
For sure. Then I like Mikey's joint there.
The new one?
The new one. Because I got to see some. Yeah, Jamil Ahmed's got a jam thing goes on there a lot, and he does everything from hip hop to whatever, and the burlesque. And I finally see my first Calgary burlesque show.
Yeah.
Bear Bacon and Boobs. Thanks to Brian. BBB, guys, 3 best things.
All about the
B cubed. But so I got to check that out. So that's definitely a cool place. Plus, I know Mike Clark for a long time too.
Yeah, cool. Forever. Yeah, I was sad to see the old venue closed down.
Yeah.
The cities are changing. Taxes are crushing people. Thanks, Nenshi. And I know it's not your fault, but
it's not his fault. Completely.
Not completely. Cool. Let me bring it back full circle. You're in 5 years. Where's Infinite Elements going to be? Where do you guys see yourselves?
Cabo. No. In 5 years, me and Brian will be on the beach while everybody else is running. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. 5 years. What do you see? I think I know what I want to see. But.
Well, I'd like to see us starting to get a little bit more into the States now.
Yeah.
I'd like to, definitely more national, of course. I kind of got another plan on the back burners, world domination, sort of thing. But yeah. No, I would like to see us getting stronger into the U.S. market.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And for me, I think it's U.S. too, but want to be more international driven. So in other words, Europe, Asia, stuff like that, and getting these guys more touring experience would be really cool, like exposure because I got to do that early and stuff, and of course I still love it now, but it's there's so much value in that kind of stuff.
You ended up working with some big
I got
acts.
to work with some really big acts.
Drop some names.
Run DMC, Busta Rhymes, Phife Dawg from Tribe Called Quest, Naughty by Nature, Farside, Vanilla Ice, Tone Loc, Two Live Crew, Fresh Prince, Will Smith, and Rob A's and Easy Rock. I love those guys.
Oh my god.
And Young MC also.
Wow, Canadian Maestro Fresh West.
Oh yeah, and Maestro too, and Kish also. If you want to go Canadian wise,
Yeah,
got to work with Maestro and Kish.
Sweet. Well, and to give your artists some of that experience, I mean, would be amazing.
Yeah, you can't put. I'll tell you right now, but it was such a different era. I don't know what it would be like for them now to do that, because I find the new age is way less personable and less relationship driven. And when I was doing it, those guys were, we're at the peak of their fame.
Yeah, sure.
And it was a whole happier era of hip hop.
Interesting.
So the relationships, you could hang out with them like what we're doing right now, in between cities, and they'd actually sit with you, eat with you, talk with you. I don't think the accessibility to the artist is anywhere near the same for these guys.
Why do you think that is?
Wow, a lot of that is due to the social media too, right? Because anything that happens now, like you could have one conversation go bad and that's blasted international, just like that. Yeah. My era, what are you gonna do? Send a courier pigeon, with the message? Well, Jay said this to DMC. By the time you get the message, he's.
It's like 6 months later.
That's what I mean. Like, it's so much more immediate and more present, and a lot of the artists are very much more protected. So, and understandably so. So they don't allow themselves to be anywhere near as accessible.
Wow.
Which is sad for the guys that are opening, because they don't get that whole experience.
Yeah, well, it's also sad for those artists too.
It is living in a shell, man.
Yeah, that's tough.
I feel bad. I really feel bad for those guys, because the social media really destroyed anything for them. They can't say or do anything.
It's ironic, isn't it?
At all.
Social media is fucked up sociability.
Social media anti-social behavior is the result.
It's weird.
Where like I said, in my era, you're bowling with friggin' Two Live Crew and stuff. Like, you can't do this stuff.
That's crazy. God, that's cool.
You can't do that now.
Camera phones ruined it all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been on movie sets where you have to leave your phone. Like, you can't even bring it in with you. So, I can see that same thing being true if you're hanging out.
Oh, yeah.
These guys. So, so management. So, artist management, booking shows. Like, would you book a cross-Canada tour? Is that something that Infinite Elements would be interested in doing or is trying to do? Or a European tour? Like, how does that look?
Jay's been doing a lot of the booking around Calgary now, and now we're just working on expanding out to the other markets. As the artists tend to grow, of course, then we get more pull, more people asking for it. Yeah. And as soon as these guys get out, I know there's a few of the artists that we have that we've been working with. They're out there now, and they're getting to be more in the limelight. With the progress that they're making, it's now creating more options so we can get them into other venues.
Because yes, long term, definitely, I would love to have an east to west Infinite Elements showcase.
Yeah,
definitely. But like B said, once they increase their brand, then I can leverage that to get those shows going right across the board.
Right.
Because it's I'm already making enough contacts now. It won't. And, once they build up, it won't be that hard to sell when you have such a diverse bunch of artists and you've already come with all your artists, but there's things that have to happen. Yeah. You have to have X amount of social media. Yeah. You have to have some radio spins. I'm already working to get, the fax is already on a lot of college university radio stations.
I was going to ask if the CD's gone out to all these places.
Yeah. Oh, I actually did all the tracking for that. Oh, that's great. A lot of work. But
are you guys charting yet?
Yes, it is. It's actually being charted in a couple places. But what it is there's a lot of follow-up with the college university because they're not so urgent. college,
Yeah.
university, and a lot of people are doing the college university are volunteers.
Right.
So you got to understand, you can't expect, you send something out in March, it's going to be up in, the next month.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of time, so it's a lot of follow up.
Yeah.
As I call gentle harassment.
Yeah.
Is the word I use. And because we're already getting spins and a lot of rotation in cam loops and that. Yeah. Actually, number 2 is hip hop element cam loops and there's twisted mirrors and stuff like that. But it's a lot of follow up.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I'm using, of course, the fax as the poster child for all the calls university because RM's out.
Right.
And then what I can do is once I've already into all those markets, I can leverage everything else to that. Like whoever gets released, same path.
Yeah.
Go through the same process.
Awesome. Same people talking.
Same people.
Yeah. Hey, it's me again.
Yeah.
If you love this, you're gonna love that. Awesome. Yeah, and then get some gigs at the different campuses where you're charging.
Universities and colleges are great places to get popular.
Yeah, totally.
Because they throw like here it's Peach Fest for UC.
Yeah.
But they throw a lot of big cabarets and events every year. At least 2 big ones.
Yeah.
Not 3.
That's awesome.
So I'm working at that.
You guys were down at Lilac Fest, right?
Yeah, all the years I've been here, the first time we got the Lilac Festival. I'm not going to say anything to that, but
Yeah, okay. Well, just
it's only the second time I applied. Let's just leave it like that.
Yeah, okay.
But we got into the Lilac Festival. It was awesome. It was really good. The day was perfect weather, great day. It was awesome. I had the whole family there.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, and I saw some footage.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, you guys are having some fun. That's wicked. I think that's all the questions I have. Do you guys have anything you want to add? Do you want to do any shout outs? Do you want to...
We'll show a little love to James Stanley over at Ghost Iron.
Yeah, I love James.
We love you, James.
James has always been amazing support and definitely helping me with my growth.
Yeah.
But definitely Ghost Iron Studios, just a phenomenal man and out there to...
Great facility.
Yeah, great facility for anybody.
It's so warm in there, in that room, honestly, like both the control room and the...
Tech to the nines.
Yeah. And some
tech to the nines, boy.
Crazy shit. Yeah, that's a great shout out. Yeah, I love James. He's good people.
Yeah, definitely. And a shout out to all the kiddies, the Infinite Element team.
Yeah.
For sure. Shout out to all the partners.
Wood.
Do I need to name partners?
Well, we can go into detail with the partners and
talk about everything I can't stand about. No, I'm just kidding. That's a whole different episode.
That's right. We could bring you back next year. Yeah. So it's been a year since you've been on Rebel. What's changed?
Unemployed.
Oh shit. Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming down to Kensington Studio. It's the Weed Blue House on 13th Street, and just filled with gear and good times. So thanks so much for coming down.
Yeah, man, we appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
I tell you what, why don't we close out on a song?
Oh, which one do you want to do? Let's.
That's the Brian pick because I've heard him. I'm sick of him. Sorry, just I've heard people laugh. I don't listen to the songs until other people ask for them. I actually don't listen to any of the songs. It's just how I am, unless I'm performing.
Yeah, that's fair. I will put all the links and all the stuff we talked about in the description.
What do you want to hear then, B?
But carry us out.
Put it on you.
Wow, that's a lot of pressure. What the fuck?
Whatever. You mixed them in. Damn song.
If you can't remember the names, I gotta.
Oh, he knows the names. Trust me.
And all the lyrics and where everything is and everything that needed.
We can tell you the time code of each pod.
That's right.
Let's go a little mellow on the way out, and let's go with Please. And that way they can see everything that's out there to offer.
And it probably is my favorite track. I'll be honest.
Well, and it's the first track that I actually learned how to track vocals, learned how to mix.
Wow.
So it's kind of a little...
track, too.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit more of a personal track for all of us, even though I wasn't able to sing on it or I wasn't singing on it or anything like that. But
you probably swapped out some vocals of yourself.
I did, yeah.
Oh, those would be the parts that are off key. Damn it. And the auto-tune couldn't correct. We don't use auto-tune, by the way.
Auto-tune.
Just want you to know that.
Yeah.
But no, it's a more personal album, a personal song for me because it was one of the first songs that I tracked by myself. I actually mixed. Jay was gone for a couple of days, and I sent him a text message going, "Hey, how do you feel about me kind of working on Please?" And I get this phone call right away. Yeah. He's like, "Well, make sure that you just save it onto another file." I'm like, "Okay, then I'll do that," because I've been working on it for about 2 hours now. So for me, it was pushing myself outside those limits. Yeah. Getting outside of that box and saying, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to do this. I want to learn how to do this." And, I've been put in good hands with everybody that has surrounded me to kind of teach me where I want to be.
And it's like 48 stems on that track.
It's a big song, yeah.
So, it's not a track to take lightly. So I was like, yeah, go. My whole thing is always lit. If he wants to do it, yeah, just go for it. Just save it and go for it. But that's the attitude for growth, is you got to give people the ability to make mistakes if that's going to happen, or just have their own creative output or input. Yeah. And I've always been like that. That's just my teaching style. Yeah. I don't want to say, yeah, you need to do this. No. Just, yeah, go ahead.
That's awesome. And that ties in nicely. It's a great little capper. That's a rebel attitude, man. Like that is the way to grow. Exactly. Is to let people go and to have that passion to explore. Right?
Don't oppress them. Yeah. Stunt their creativity. Let them grow. Bastards. It's a rebel, yeah.
No, stop. All right, guys. This is Please from the Facts, coming all the way from Infinite Elements. Thanks, guys.
All right, later.
Thanks.
Should know from the start, you tried to break my heart, and if I just walked away, would you hear me when I say, baby, you are not my world, and let me tell you why. I gave you my shoulder, girl, but you refused to cry. Why we keep on trying, baby, why we telling lies? Treat me like a drug lady, but I can feel the high. Yeah, so high, baby, blink twice. Yeah, you're looking for a man, baby, no mice. Ooh, look at you, no vice. Yeah, you're trying to fight the urge, baby, last slice. Oh my God, yo, the time's so amazing. Right now, hear the words that I'm saying. Yo, when tumbles and crumbles, it all falls apart. No diamonds and gold can buy this heart. Baby, can we restart? Baby, please, can we restart? Yeah, everything but hunky-dory. Oh my God, girl, you better check the story. This here, yo, would be a category 5, baby, yo, in time, can we stay alive? Yo, I'm not showing time, but we gotta survive. So, don't go. Please. Baby, got you on your knees now. characters up on a stage, we're in a rage. Then we wanna play or run away. Oh, I don't like this role. And after all the things I did for you, you know it's true. Don't wanna face it, you don't like the view. Oh, we're losing control. Should've taken Let's see if there's emotions in the heart. Should we stay together or live apart? Live apart, live apart, live apart, girl. I know it takes two of us to make it work. You know I would give you my last shirt. We know we don't want any feelings hurt, feelings hurt, feelings hurt, feelings hurt now.
Please, please. Got you on your knees now. Baby, you are not my world, and let me tell you why. I gave you my shoulder, girl, but you refuse to cry. Why we keep on trying, baby? Why we telling lies? Treat me like a drug lady, but I can't feel the high.
Not sure we're meant to be, but we just can't let it go, no. We're all that I could see, and I gotta let you know.
Coming up next week, Megan Stanley is in the studio sharing her passion and one of the best businesses ever, dog by dog training. Her dog first mentality is helping our furry kids be even more happy and successful in the human world. Check out next week's episode, Rebel Rebel, every Monday.